Look at Bogo. He's sitting on his stone couch, scrolling through his bank statement on a cracked tablet, his eyebrows furrow. $15. Gone again. For the fourth month in a row. It's his gym membership, the gym he joined on January 2nd with the enthusiasm of a caveman who just discovered fire, the gym he visited exactly 3 times, the gym that is now 17 miles away from his current cave because he moved in February. Bogo stares at the charge. He mutters to himself, "I should cancel that." Then he puts the tablet down. He picks up a banana instead. The $15 charge will appear again next month, and the month after that, and Bogo will repeat this exact same ritual, like a religious ceremony, until the heat death of the universe. This is not forgetfulness. This is not optimism. This is your 250,000-year-old brain choosing to spend money rather than spend energy. Because in Bogo's skull, $15 is invisible. But navigating a cancellation form, that costs calories, and calories to a caveman brain are more valuable than currency. Let me explain the physiology of financial paralysis. Bogo's brain operates on 2 systems. System 1 is fast, automatic, and effortless. It's the part of your brain that catches a falling cup without thinking. System 2 is slow, deliberate, and exhausting. It's the part that reads terms and conditions, does long division, and cancels subscriptions. System 1 runs on idle. System 2 burns glucose like a furnace. Here's the problem. Bogo's brain consumes 20% of his total energy budget, despite being only 2% of his body weight. That means every moment of conscious thinking, every act of deliberate decision-making, is metabolically expensive. When Bogo considers cancelling his gym membership, his prefrontal cortex lights up like a Christmas tree. Neurons fire, glucose gets burned, his brain is now working. But when Bogo ignores the charge and scrolls past it, System 1 takes over. 0 effort. 0 glucose burned. His brain stays in sleep mode. The subscription renews automatically. Bogo's biology just traded $15 for approximately 50 calories of cognitive effort. And in the evolutionary math of survival, that is a fantastic deal. This is called the path of least resistance. It is not a motivational phrase. It is a law of physics applied to biology. Water flows downhill, heat spreads outward, and Bogo's brain will always choose the option that requires the least amount of energy, even if that option costs him money. Now look at Bogo's screen. He's scrolling through his subscriptions, Netflix, Spotify, that meditation app he downloaded during a panic attack in March, a cloud storage plan for photos he never looks at, a premium news site he subscribed to during a free trial 17 months ago. The total, $83 a month. Nearly $1,000 a year, for services he uses maybe twice. Bogo knows this is irrational. He can do the math. $83 a month is a new tire every quarter. It's a dental emergency. It's 3 nice dinners. But here's what Bogo's brain sees. $83 is an abstract number. Canceling 8 subscriptions is 8 separate tasks. 8 login screens, 8 customer service mazes, 8 confirmation emails. That's not one decision. That's a part-time job. So Bogo's prefrontal cortex does what it does best when facing metabolic cost. It procrastinates. It tells Bogo, "We'll do it later." Later never comes. The subscriptions renew. The cycle continues. But there's a second layer to this trap. It's called the endowment effect. Once Bogo pays for something, even something useless, his brain treats it as valuable. Not because it is valuable, but because it is his. Canceling the subscription feels like losing something, and loss to a caveman brain triggers a cortisol response, stress, anxiety, the same biological alarm that fires when a predator enters the cave. So now Bogo isn't just lazy, he's also scared. Scared of losing access to a gym he doesn't use. Scared of missing out on a documentary he'll never watch. His brain has turned a simple cancellation into an emotional event, and emotional events require even more energy to process, so the cycle deepens. Let me show you how deep this goes. Bogo once paid for a software subscription, $49 a month. He used it for 2 weeks, then forgot about it. 6 months later, he discovered the charges. That's nearly $300. Gone. Evaporated. For software he didn't even remember owning. Did Bogo cancel it immediately? No. He thought, well, I've already paid for 6 months. I should at least use it to get my money's worth. This is the sunk cost fallacy on steroids. Bogo's brain is now spending more money to justify the money he already wasted. He's throwing good dollars after bad dollars, all because his biology refuses to accept loss. The prefrontal cortex is screaming, cut your losses. But the amygdala, the ancient fear center, is screaming louder, you already invested, don't let it be for nothing. Bogo keeps the subscription for another 4 months. That's another $200. He uses the software twice. Both times he spends 10 minutes trying to remember his password. Now let's talk about the companies that designed these traps, because they know about Bogo's biology better than Bogo does. Every subscription service on Earth is engineered to exploit metabolic laziness. The sign-up process, 2 clicks, instant gratification. Dopamine hits immediately. The cancellation process, buried under 6 menu layers, hidden behind a contact support button designed to require a phone call during business hours. This is not an accident. This is behavioral architecture. The companies have built a maze specifically designed to exhaust Bogo's System 2 thinking before he reaches the exit. By the time Bogo finds the cancellation button, he's already burned so much cognitive energy that his brain says, you know what, $15 isn't worth this stress, let's just keep it. And here's the most insidious part, the free trial. Bogo loves a free trial. It feels like winning. No cost, all benefit. But the free trial is a Trojan horse. It's designed to do one thing, make Bogo forget. Because once the trial ends and the charges begin, Bogo's brain has already categorized this subscription as normal. It's part of the baseline. It's invisible. Bogo now has 4 active subscriptions that started as free trials. He doesn't remember signing up for any of them, but his bank remembers $31 a month, every month, forever. So what's the solution? How does Bogo escape this trap? First, Bogo needs to understand that his brain is not broken. It's optimized for a world where every calorie mattered and every decision could mean life or death. In that world, avoiding unnecessary effort was smart. But in the modern financial world, where $15 charges multiply silently in the background, that same optimization is killing him. Second, Bogo needs to weaponize his own laziness. If canceling subscriptions is too hard, Bogo should make signing up harder, delete his credit card from autofill, turn off one-click purchasing, force his future self to manually enter 16 digits every single time. Yes, this makes buying things annoying. That's the point. Friction is protection. Third, Bogo should set a calendar reminder not to cancel subscriptions, to review them. Once every 3 months, Bogo sits down with his bank statement and asks one question per subscription: did I use this in the last 90 days? If the answer is no, he cancels it immediately. No debate. No maybe next month. Just gone. And fourth, Bogo should automate his defense. There are apps now that track subscriptions and cancel them automatically. Bogo's laziness can now work for him instead of against him. He sets it once, and his future self is protected from his own biology. Because here's the truth that Bogo's caveman brain refuses to accept. $15 a month is not $15. It's $180 a year. Over 10 years, that's $1,800. Compounded at 7% annual return, that's $25,000 by retirement. Bogo is not paying for a gym membership. He's paying for the privilege of avoiding a 10-minute task, and that 10-minute task just cost him a new car. The modern world is full of invisible leaks. Subscriptions are just one of them, but they're the perfect example of how your biology, designed to save energy in a world of scarcity, becomes a liability in a world of abundance. Bogo's ancestors survived by conserving calories. Bogo is going broke by conserving effort. So the next time you see a $15 charge for something you don't use, remember, that's not a purchase. That's a biological tax. A tax your caveman brain is paying to avoid thinking. And the only way to stop paying it is to think anyway. Cancel the subscription. Burn the 50 calories, save the $15, your prefrontal cortex will thank you, your bank account will thank you, and your future self will wonder why you waited so long.